WCBI News at 10 starts now.
We have new developments to a story out of Monroe County. Thank you for joining us tonight. After hearing testimony and counting a handful of rejected ballots, a circuit court judge issues a ruling that allows Rubel West to keep his seat as the District 3 supervisor. In November, Brian Atkins challenged the results of the November general election. The suit was filed after losing to West by more than a dozen votes. Atkins claimed absentee and affidavit ballots were improperly counted. The Supreme Court appointed Circuit Court Judge Larry Roberts to hear this case. Wayne Faulkner finished third place in the race and was released from the lawsuit. A congressional candidate makes a swing through the area today to introduce himself and his platform to voters. Republican candidate James Tulp is running for the 3rd Congressional District seat. The Madison native wants to focus on improving infrastructure, prioritizing vocational education, and controlling illegal immigration to protect American jobs.
I'm running to be accountable to the citizens. I'm not accountable to the elites. I'm not accountable to the donors and the lobbyists. I'm running for every citizen, and that's who's going to be my boss. That's who will decide to hire me. That's who will decide to fire me if they think that I'm not doing a good job. But that's why I'm running, to put citizens over elites, to put America first, and to make sure that, again, Mississippi is leading the fight for life, for borders, and for Second Amendment.
Tulp is running against incumbent Michael Guest on the Republican Party ticket. Party primaries are set for March 10th. Well, Oktibbeha County supervisors take the next step in making repairs to a damaged dam at the Oktibbeha County Lake. The board has approved up to $250,000 for the county engineer to do an assessment to come up with a repair plan. Our Stephanie Poole speaks with county leaders and has the details.
Repairing the dam at the Oktibbeha County Lake has moved to the top of their priority list for county supervisors. How to pay for it. In a 3-2 vote, the board agreed to pay for half of the repairs on the levee and dam.
If it costs $10 million to do it, and we get $5 million in federal or state funds, the county has already voted in a 3-2 vote to put up the other $5 million.
Supervisor Brickley Miller says the board now has to consider all its options to cover the cost.
And that's going to mean either doing a loan, high interest loan, and taking that funding from somewhere, or doing a bond, which will raise your taxes.
However, Supervisor Marvell Howard says there's one way to complete the project without taxpayers being affected.
I think I laid out a pretty solid plan last night of how we can proceed forward and how we can get this funding in place and how we can take care of our debt without a tax increase. So there are some things that we have to look into the budget, do some rearranging, but the money is there. Citizens
Obviously would have another voice to let us know if they want their taxes raised, $4 to $3 to $5 million, or even more. We don't know exactly what it's going to cost yet.
County leaders say regardless of the price, their main concern is the safety of the public. As of now, supervisors must wait for the county engineer to complete reconstruction plans.
We're going out and gathering this information, developing the plans. Then we'll have a clear path forward of exactly what it is we want to do. But at this time, until our engineer finishes what he has to do, we don't have real answers right now.
That was our Stephanie Poole reporting there. Now, of course, we'll continue to provide you updated information on the lake as it progresses. 2 North Mississippi plants are part of the merger of 2 of the country's largest foam and mattress materials manufacturers. The final okay was given Tuesday for FXI, which has a plant in Baldwin, to complete the $850 million merger with Encore. Now, Encore owns a Tupelo production facility, but not for long. The Federal Trade Commission ordered Encore to sell its Tupelo site to a company called Future Foam. The FTC says having Baldwin and Tupelo plants under the same ownership provided too much market share to FXI in a region that depends heavily on foam and foam-related products. An old building in Starkville is getting new life thanks to some local entrepreneurs. Glow, which is a company started by 2 Mississippi State students back in 2015, will soon be calling the old Rex Theater home. Our Bobby Martinez was in Starkville this morning for the big announcement.
During Christmas, we had people sitting on the floor to pack boxes because we just didn't have any room.
But that will soon change. Glow, a company that sells light-up drink cubes, will have a new place to call home. The old Rex Theater. Mark Castleberry, the developer for this project, says this location is the perfect fit for Glow for so many reasons.
They could utilize the space. They could also use the size. Approximately 7,000 feet is what they'll be occupying. They had a strong desire to be downtown.
The building itself is owned by Abert Masonic Lodge 89. The lodge, built in 1931, has since rented out space to numerous businesses, including the Rex Theater. So this opportunity for the owners of Glow is something that means a lot to them.
It's not every day that, a young company like us gets the opportunity to move into a building like this. I think it's a little surreal.
The picture that it presents is so amazing, right? Because the redevelopment of Rex Theater is a great way to honor the history of Starkville, but also us getting to go in there as a young startup that start out the university. It's also kind of looking forward towards all of the economic development that Starkville's worked really hard for.
That was our Bobby Martinez reporting there. Castleberry says this $1.2 million project is scheduled to be complete by the end of the year.
Well, yesterday we were saying today we would be in between weather systems, and that generally was the case. Clouds moving away. We have more clouds back to the west, and there it is, our next system, that swirl there in the high plains. There's some rain and snow out that way, and we will have some rain come our way later tonight. We've got upper 40s in Oxford and Winona. Other locations in the lower 50s. The clouds fill back in. Showers by daybreak. Umbrellas needed tomorrow. A bit of a raw day for us. Northwest winds about 10 to 20 with some higher gusts. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers, and temperatures only in the 40s. We were in the 60s today, so a little bit of a shock to the system tomorrow on your Wednesday. Your full forecast coming up.
Pontotoc police are looking for a suspected burglar who had a busy weekend. Between Sunday and Monday, several businesses reported break-ins. The suspected thief or thieves hit the Pampered Pooch, the Butcher Block, Thomas LP Gas, and Mills Properties. Now, on your screen are images captured by a security system at one of those businesses. If anyone has information on these burglaries or the person in the video, you're asked to contact the Pontotoc Police Department or Northeast Mississippi Crime Stoppers. The search for two missing Idaho children may soon be switching to Yellowstone National Park. Tylee Ryan and Joshua Vallow were last seen in September. Their mother, Lori Vallow, was arrested in Hawaii and now faces child abandonment and desertion charges. She's also facing extradition back to Idaho. CBS's Jonathan Vigilati has the latest from Kauai.
Yeah, she's aware of the charges.
As Lori Vallow sits in a Kauai jail cell, sources close to the investigation tell CBS News detectives are waiting for the snow to melt in Yellowstone National Park as they continue the search for Vallow's 17-year-old daughter, Tylee Ryan. Park officials declined to comment, citing an active investigation. According to court documents, Rexburg police said phone records show Ryan visited Yellowstone with her mother, brother JJ, and uncle on September 8th. Police also obtained a photo from Lori Vallow's iCloud account of Tylee in the park. They say there's been no sign of life since. Doorbell camera footage has also surfaced showing what police believe to be J.J. Vallow playing with a neighbor in September, just days before he disappeared.
This is a very atypical defendant and a very unusual case.
Former Idaho Attorney General David Leroy says Idaho has never seen a case like this.
The implication of a parent who will not cooperate in disclosing their location is that something very untoward has happened to these children.
As authorities continue to search for any clues, the ex-husband of Vallow's niece claims in divorce filings his ex-wife knows where the children are and was involved in a cult where numerous members, adults and children alike, were killed off like flies. Jonathan Vigliotti, Kauai.
And turning our attention over to weather, Keith, I hear you're going on tour this weekend.
That preparedness tour, we're going up to Tupelo. It's always wise to be prepared for spring severe weather season. Quentin at Academy Sports, 10 a.m. until noon. We will be there programming weather radios, talking about severe weather. Just swing on by the store to say hello. We actually do have a system that could be interesting next week. We'll talk about that next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
It's that time of the night, our First Alert forecast. Let's talk about bonk. and Gracie, the kitties right here, they look like they're twins, having a good time. And not so much for tomorrow. Otherwise, we won't be having a good time. We are looking at showers, temperatures in the 40s. Sunny but cool on Thursday, upper 40s, and then some sunny clouds Friday. We're back into the 50s. At Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon today, a pretty decent day. We had some cloud cover, but we actually had some sunshine for a change. In Columbus right now, we are 53 degrees, winds light from the northwest at about 7. Louisville, Mississippi, I don't know what happened to a camera there, but it's dark. I'm going to have to move that around. So guess what? The sun goes down and it gets dark. 51 in Tupelo right now, winds at about 5 miles per hour. So lows tonight down into the low to mid 40s here. Clouds gradually filling in, and we'll have some showers around here just in time for the morning commute. No rain out there right now. A live radar sweep at 10:14. We mentioned earlier the swirl out in the high plains. Look at this out here in Oklahoma. We have rain, we have snow, and we have some clouds, and we will have showers around here tomorrow. Decent chance for showers. Fairly light activity overall. No floods, nothing like that. But it will be a bit of an annoying day for us. Winds from the northwest. Temperatures in the 40s. Mostly cloudy skies all day long. So showers likely for the morning commute. And as we get into the afternoon hours, more clouds, more showers around here. Still mostly cloudy late in the day. The showers will wind down. We'll thin out the clouds tomorrow evening. Temperatures will get chilly tomorrow night. But look at all of that sunshine as we get into our Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon. So things will be on the up and up. So for tomorrow, temperatures in the 40s as we advance into our day Thursday, probably 40s as well. We'll get back into the lower 50s in some spots there Friday, and some of us will be approaching 60 as we get into Sunday, or Saturday rather, and even warmer by Sunday and Monday. The powerful jet stream gets going early next week, and that could actually give rise to a pretty strong storm system early next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Heavy rain, maybe some strong to severe storms. We will keep watching that, of course. It's been active, so why not have another system around here? Cool tomorrow, showers, 40s. There's that sunshine Thursday, and then our weekend is looking pretty decent there, Quentin. I think we're basically dry before we get unsettled again next week.
Hey, man. Keith, what did we do to deserve all of this bad weather? Have we been that bad?
I thought we were good.
I stayed up past 12 one night. Is that what did it for?
Well, did you get coal in your stocking for Christmas?
That's what it is.
Okay, so like it started last year, now it's just continuing.
Make the rain stop, Keith. You're the weather guy. People think you have those types of powers.
If I had that power, it'd be 100 degrees and dry.
All right.
Not going to happen.
All right. Thank you so much, Keith. The Democratic candidates come out swinging in their 10th debate. We'll have a closer look when we come back. Stay with us. Back. As you may have seen here earlier, 7 Democratic presidential candidates squared off in the debate hosted by CBS in South Carolina just days before the state's primary. Competitors tried to slow the momentum of frontrunner Bernie Sanders, and Tom Steyer got his first chance on stage. CBS's Natalie Brand has a wrap-up.
I'm hearing my name mentioned a little bit tonight.
Right from the start, Bernie Sanders took fire from all sides.
Let's talk about what it adds up to. Math. Let's talk about math indeed. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what it adds up to. It adds up to 4 more years of Donald Trump.
The senator from Vermont recently emerged as the front-runner among Democrats, especially after Saturday's commanding victory in Nevada, a win that's prompted new scrutiny of his record.
Walking distance here is Mother Emanuel Church. 9 people shot dead by a white supremacist. Bernie voted 5 times against the Brady bill.
Polls show Joe Biden with a slight edge in South Carolina, but the former vice president needs a strong showing in Saturday's primary to catch up in the delegate count.
If you don't win South Carolina, will you continue in this race?
I will win South Carolina.
This was also the final debate before Super Tuesday, just 1 week from now, when 14 states will vote, contests that will no doubt narrow the field.
Progressives have got one shot, and we need to spend it with a leader who will get something done.
You have to learn how to work with both sides of the aisle, and then you can get stuff done.
We need a campaign of energy and excitement. We need to have the largest voter turnout in the history of the United States.
A CBS News poll finds defeating President Trump is a top priority for South Carolina Democrats, but less than 50% of voters are confident Democrats will nominate a candidate who can do that. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Charleston.
54 delegates are at stake in the South Carolina primary, and no candidates have dropped out of the race since Sanders' big win in Nevada over the weekend. Ole Miss and Mississippi State with big opportunities on Super Tuesday. But who comes away a winner? We'll have that for you next in sports.
Here's sports with Tom Ebel.
After Super Tuesday, 3 more games left of the regular season to get momentum heading into the SEC tournament. Starting with Ole Miss, the Rebels on the road with a chance to get its best win of the season. Breein Tyree and company hope for an upset on the road against 15th ranked Auburn. This game went to double overtime the last time these two met. But Auburn starting out fast. Austin Wiley inside for the layup and the foul, and Isaac Okoro inside for the bucket. Tigers up by 10 here in the first half. Javon McCormick drives, throws the lob to Jalen Williams for the alley-oop jam. Tigers up by 12 in the first half, but Ole Miss not going away lightly. Who else but Breein Tyree off the pick? Pulls from 3 at Onions. Makes it a 7-point lead at the break. Then in the second half, KJ Buffin, nice spin move in the paint. Off the window for 2. It's a 5-point Auburn lead. 2-point Auburn lead now. Auburn making the plays whenever they need it. Isaac Okoro to Daniel Purifoy for the dunk. Then Ole Miss not going away, making another run. Austin Crowley inside to Buffin for the 2-hand jam. Ole Miss not going away in this game, but Auburn making the plays when they needed it the most. The miss by Crowley, the rebound by Samir Dowdy. Auburn able to hang on to the win, 67-58. Battle of the bubble, Mississippi State taking on Alabama. 1-point ball game early on. Reggie Perry inside to Robert Woodard. Sweet big man dish for the 2-hand jam. Dogs with the lead early on, but Alabama answers immediately. Great ball movement from the Tide. Swing, Jaden Shackelford from the land of plenty gets all 3 of those to go. It's a 3-point contest early. Kyra Lewis for 3, knocked down. Alabama with a 7-0 run to take a 7-point lead, but Mississippi State answers with a 7-0 run themselves. Reggie Perry off the transition miss there to clean it up. Bulldogs up by 3 at the break. Now Mississippi State pulling away. Nick Weatherspoon, the pretty fadeaway mid-range J. Dogs with their biggest lead of the game at 7, but Alabama comes right back. Loose ball insanity. Tyson Carter almost with the steal. Loose ball scramble, bodies hit the deck. Shackelford from Lewis. Bucket plus the foul. Alabama would tie the ball game up in the second half, but the Bulldogs able to close strong. Another loose ball insanity, but it's going to go the Bulldogs' way off the long miss by Tyson Carter. Bodies hitting the deck. Alabama tries to save it, but right to Robert Woodard. Foul, bucket, and 1. Mississippi State able to hang on late. Big win for their bubble hopes. 80-73 over the Crimson Tide. Ole Miss and in-state rivals Southern Miss meet for the first of 2 games between the two on the Diamond in 2020. Rebels get on the board first. Peyton Chenier, RBI double to left center. That's who scored Cade Salmons. So Ole Miss takes an early 1-0 lead. Still in the 3rd inning. Tyler Keenan adds on to the lead with a comebacker right past the second baseman for an RBI base hit. Rebels take an early 2-0 lead. But the Golden Eagles would tie it up in the 6th. Austin Miller on the mound for the Rebels. He's going to walk Fisher Norris a little bit inside. Southern Miss able to tie it up at 2. And then in the 7th, Southern Miss is going to take the lead. It's Will McGillis. Oh my goodness. Don't leave the breaker hanging. Absolutely tattoos one to left. So Southern Miss takes a 3-2 lead, but Ole Miss finds a hero in the midweek yet again. This time it's Hayden Leatherwood. 2-run home run. That would give the Rebels a 4-3 lead. They are able to hang on late, shut the door on the Golden Eagles. They pick up the midweek win. Ole Miss wins 4-3. As for Mississippi State, the midweek monster bites the Bulldogs in their first midweek contest of the year. They fall to Texas Southern 8-4. The Bulldogs handing Texas Southern's first win of the 2020 season. The Bulldogs will be able to flush this one quick. They host Alcorn State tomorrow at 2 p.m. ICC women's basketball winning a thriller. That's Keely Wilson with the floater with 4 seconds left. That would give ICC the win. They'll face Jones in the state semifinal at 1 tomorrow, and EMCC wins its 17th straight game, Quentin. The Lady Lions, they'll be in the semifinals again against Southwest at 5:30.
Good times, good times. So Mississippi State got upset.
Happens, man. It's midweek baseball. It gets weird.
But you said the good news is another team that won the championship lost at midweek.
It's midweek baseball. It happens.
All right. Thank you so much, Tom. We'll have a last look at your forecast when we come back.
All right. There's our forecast. Breezy and cool tomorrow. Make it end. People keep saying, I can't do it.
Make it in. I got Thursday circled on my calendar.
Same.
Lots of sunshine.
Weekend's not looking bad either.
Okay. But they're going to take it one day at a time, though.
Yes, that's right.
Have a good night, everyone.